So I want to say first, happy holidays to everyone around the world, to all of my subscribers and potential new subscribers, guys. We are literally 1 week away from saying goodbye to 2022, and the following Sunday will be the New Year's of 2023. That's crazy. This year was a really crazy year, and hopefully 2023 is a lot better. I wouldn't say, screw hopefully. It's going to be a better year, definitely. But I definitely learned some lessons this year. I did about myself, But that being said, we will end this year off by chapter 86, because today is going to be 85 of Katekyo Hitman REBORN, and this chapter is titled Sawada Iemitsu, aka Suna's dad. So now he's finally back home after 2 years of being MIA, but we all know where he's been. He's been with the mafia, okay? He knows about the rings. He knows the fact that Suna is next in line to become the successor of the Vongola. The man knows, but he's pretending to. Only Suna figures that his dad is just also no good. He's, in other words, a bum. And I don't want to follow in his footsteps. And he's a guy that doesn't call his family nor try to keep in contact with them. He's in and out of his life, right? So from 84, right? We have where Reborn is just so you're not going to tell him about the rings or anything of that sort. Continuing with this chapter, we see where Iemitsu is trying to, wake up Suna early in the morning to go fishing. I find it very odd. I know when people reread and everything, the series, or rewatch it, it's very, Suna's and his dad's relationship is just very odd, because give and take, Suna is a teenager. And the fact that his dad hasn't been around that much, he's here today, he's gone tomorrow. No, he's not going for milk, meaning that he's gone for years, but it's just he's popping up and popping out of Suna's life, that Suna can't really form a very in-depth relationship that's crucial to his growing. So it's just it's a very strained relationship. His dad tries to play it off hey Suna, how you doing? Everything's good. And then Suna's just and I know teenagers don't like showing affection to their parents, but it's when you take in the context of their relationship, it's even worse, right? So he tries to wake up Suna early to go fishing, and Suna's I gotta go to school later on. I can't go fishing. Then dad leaves. Then they wake up again hearing Lambo making a lot of noise, laughing and everything. All he sees is Lambo launched up in the air, because his room is up 2 stories, and then he falls down, injures himself because Iemitsu was throwing Lambo and catching him up in the air. Man tried to give Lambo again liquor to calm the pain. If that ain't some Caribbean type, I'm sorry. It ain't some Caribbean type stuff. Let me stop. But and then Suna's just why is he here? This is just really weird and everything. Then his dad is asking him, how's school? How's math? Is it fun? And then he goes on to a tangent saying that, when I was overseas, I kept little notes and everything about everything that I was doing over the past years. And Suna's just I don't really care. I don't want to hear it. I gotta go. And then he taps Suna saying, that necklace, it looks where you got that penchant from. It's the half ring. Mind you, Squallow thought he got the real rings, right? And he didn't. He got the fake ones, but they are so identical to the real ones that you have to be someone who's probably well crafted in jewelry to tell that they are fake. So he ran to go back to where he came from with the fake rings, while Dino had the real ones, and somehow, some way, one of them got on Suna's neck. The way Reborn was talking about it is that Suna's dad, Iemitsu, managed to put the half ring on a necklace, a pendant, on his neck when he was sleeping, because he burst into the room asking Reborn, why do you put this on my neck? I don't want to do this. I don't want to deal with the Vongola. I don't want to deal with the mafia. I'm done. Remember, the events with Mukuro traumatized him. Okay? Let alone what happened first chapter, being introduced into this world and all these shenanigans. Suna doesn't want part, but now it's getting a lot more serious, because these rings signify that you are next in line, okay? Only the true successor is capable of wielding these rings to show that, you know, I am the head of the Vongola. No one else can get it. Okay? So Suna, while he's panicking and everything, and he's wondering, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be part of this. But Reborn is saying, you have no choice. You must become the Vongola 10th head. Okay? So after that whole ordeal and everything, we had where Suna went into, I believe it was the abandoned hospital, to go find Dino. Okay? And that's where he meets Yamamoto and Gokudera. They're fine and dandy and everything. And he's glad that they're okay and all of that stuff. And they too end up having the half rings. The half rings, right? They both have it as necklaces. Find out Dino and Reborn gave it to them. And they gave out a total. There is a total of 7 rings, okay? So each ring is given, aside from the successor, each ring is given to a candidate that is fully capable of protecting the next head of the organization, the familia, okay? So obviously you can tell from the picture, aside from Suna, Gokudera, and Yamamoto, Hibari got one, Ryohei got one, Future Lambo got one, because you saw the grape candy in his hand, and you're like, probably some people are like, huh? Like, if you're reading this for the first time, or you're watching it for the first time, it's like, hold on, did Lambo just quickly within the chapter where I was even realizing it, switch to his 10-year version self, and he has the ring now and everything? No, they actually gave the ring to a 5-year-old. They gave the ring to a 5-year-old. Like, to this day, sometimes I still question, why did Akira Amano made Lambo a guardian, knowing that, one, he is mentally and physically a 5-year-old. Okay, yes, he is an assassin, but like, who could Lambo? What 5-year-old can truly kill someone? I get it. We've seen some weird stuff in this series, but like, the fact that you gave it to him, he's going to play around. He's not reliable. Now, if you was to give it to his 15-year-old self, or give it to someone else who's around Suna's age or a little older, it makes more sense. But you know what? I enjoy seeing Lambo. He's a hilarious character. He's a little kid, okay? So don't give him too much gripe about that. And then there was one shadowy figure. That person will be revealed. Now, I did skip over. So there was this building, another mysterious building, right? And there was a group of people sitting at like some round table talking about like the whole Vongola rings. Now is the time. They started moving. They're starting to look for the successor, and they're like, the only true person in order to wear this ring, the true successor, the true next 10th of the Vongola, is you, Zanzas. So come to find out that Squalo, when he went to go retrieve those rings, coming from Italy, battling Basil, and got the rings, aka the fake ones, he was bringing them back to Zanzas. Zanzas is his boss of the Varia. So the Varia is an independent group that's associated with the Vongola. They're an assassination group. They're like the top assassination group within the Vongola. But things started to change drastically and very differently. They started to move differently ever since Zanzas became the head of that group. Okay, so now this independent group is going against the wishes of the 9th in order for them, their boss, Zanzas, to take over. Okay, usually they get their missions from, think of, I would say best, JoJo Part 5. Think of something like that. You got the independent group, I forgot what they were called. And then, you know, they were going against Doppio Diavolo and all that. Think of something like that, okay? But a little less rated 16. This is rated PG-13, PG-14 at best. So a little less gruesome. But it's nonetheless the same type of thing. So Zanzas is pitching his hat into the ring, if that's the correct term, to say, now I'm going to challenge and I'm going to get those rings and I'm going to be the head of the Vongola. Now, they will explain his reasons as to why he wants to, but you can automatically tell it's not good. And now Suna and the rest of the crew, Now the 10th Vongola group is fully completed. Okay, all 7 members has assembled. Okay, and now they have to face against this group who is assassins. They're well trained. Mind you, they already faced against Squallow, which they had they all tried to jump Squallow, and Squallow washed all of them with a swing of his sword. So now for them to prepare themselves, they only have 10 days, because Reborn explains that by the time they figure out the rings that they got were fake, it will take them 10 days to reach where they are and then start challenging them. So they have 10 days, a week and 30 days to prepare themselves. So it cannot be a shonen series if there isn't a mini training arc. Okay, so for the next few chapters, we're gonna see where Suna upgrades. He's going to get a lot more stronger, way stronger than we've ever seen him before. Of course, there are going to be several times where we see Suna training throughout the series, but this is the first step, because them going up against people who is going to be sent out to kill them, and it's not like an independent group, not associated with anything like Mukuro's group. It's this group actually is associated with the Vongola, so it makes it a little more difficult. You know, like there will be personal problems with this whole ordeal. Okay, and Suna and Gokudera Yamamoto and the rest are going to have to prepare themselves for the worst, because anything can happen. And mind you, like I said, these guys are assassins. They're killers, and they're moving by themselves. They're not even being sent out or given orders to do it. They're moving by themselves. So that's a whole problem within itself. So guys, do tell me your thoughts on chapter 85 of Katekyo Hitman REBORN. How do you feel about this? And when it was adapted into the anime, what were some things that you realized that was in this chapter that they didn't fully adapt, or probably omitted, or probably changed and appeared in future episodes instead in the anime version? I would love to read your comments down below. The links are in the description box. And again, guys, happy holidays, and here's to 2023 within the next week. Yeah, in the next week. Okay, also you can check on my community posts of the shows that I'm going to be reviewing and reacting to for winter 2023. I'm doing 4 shows, continuing with Blue Lock. That's going to be 24 episodes, I believe. After this week or next week will be the end of the first core. We don't know if it's going to be continuous, aka that the next week when it starts the new year, they're gonna follow with episode 14 or 13, or they're gonna take a break and then appear back again in whatever season for the second half of the first season. I'm also doing Trigun Stampede, as well as Nier Automata, and Tomo-chan is a girl. So if you guys want to see, look at my community post. And again, I'm Kenny-chan of Anime Legends, and I will see you guys later. Bye. With